all I really care about is how are you going to make your monthly payments? I don't care about your background, credit report, none of that matters. Another creative financing strategy is using private money loans, or sometimes they're referred to as hard money loans. Now, this is an opportunity where instead of using a conventional or traditional bank or financial institution or credit union, you are instead going to go to a private investor. Now, a private investor is anybody that's got cash, okay? You right now could be a private investor and you don't even know it. If you've got 100 grand laying around, you could right now be a private lender where somebody wants to buy a $100,000 house, they can't qualify for bank lending anywhere, and you say, well, I've got 100 grand sitting in my bank account not doing anything. How about I lend you the $100,000 so you can buy that house, and then you just send me a check every month for the monthly payment, okay? That's all a private investor or a private lender is. How do you go from being a private money lender to being a hard money lender? Well, that all deals with terms, okay? Hard money lenders are typically professional private money lenders, where instead of just a private individual trying to get some cash out onto the streets, earn some extra income for themselves and their family every month, a hard money lender is somebody who's set up an entire business around lending other people's money, okay? So if I wanted to be a hard money lender and I've got 10 friends, each with 100 grand laying around, well, guess what? That's $1 million now that I've identified in cash. I now can go out to people looking to buy fix and flip properties, rental homes, even their own property, and I now could lend them the money, and I'm going to charge them loan origination fees, I'm going to charge them doc prep fees, I'm going to charge them all these fees that I get to keep. Now, I'm not going to pay any of those fees to my 10 buddies because my 10 buddies said, hey, Lee, if you can get my money on the street and give me 6% interest, I'm happy. Okay, great. I'll give you guys 6% interest, but I'm going to charge the borrower 10% interest. So now I get the origination fees, which are usually 3 to 5%. So 3 to 5% on $1 million is 30 to 50,000. And then I'm going to pay them 6% on their money annually. 6% on $1 million is 60 grand, but then I'm going to charge the borrower 10% interest, which is 100 grand. So you see, as a hard money lender, I've made almost $80,000 on other people's money just by knowing what I'm doing. Now, what's interesting about being a hard money lender, you don't have to have any cash to be a hard money lender. Okay? If you have friends and family that are looking to deploy cash, you right now could set up your own hard money company and you could be in the private money lending space. Now, how do we use the private money? How do we use the hard money for ourselves? Right? I know a lot of you watching, you'd like to get into real estate. You want to buy rentals, you want to buy fix and flip properties, but you have terrible credit, you don't have a lot of cash. Here's what you need to understand. Private money lenders and hard money lenders do not lend money to you, the individual, okay? A private money lender or hard money lender uses something called asset-based lending, which means we're lending that person money based on the value of the asset, not based on the qualifications of the individual. So if you called me up and said, hey, Lee, I need to borrow 300 grand. And I said, okay, what's the address of the property? And I quickly do some research and I find out that you're buying a $600,000 house for 300 grand that's in pristine condition and it's beautiful. I'm only lending you 50 cents on the dollar. That is a very safe and secure loan, which means all I really care about is how are you going to make your monthly payments? I don't care about your background, credit report, none of that matters. Can you make your monthly payments? If you can, you're probably going to get the loan. Now, this is what's called asset-based lending.